You know, let's talk numbers real quick because, you know, on one of the interviews, they were talking about like breaking these crazy beliefs or just say limiting beliefs, right?
Yeah.
So give the people some perspective around how much money you spend on marketing and then the most money you've made in a day.
Yeah. So, how much money I spend on marketing. So would that include?
Well, let's say ads. That's probably a better way to, better to get more specific with the question. Yeah.
So it really depends. Like I actually don't spend as much as you would think. I spend the average about, I wish I could really pull it up, but I can't. I would say I cruise between about, and this is about 75,000 a month on advertising. Could be a little bit more. That's between shout out pages. That's between Facebook ads. It's between YouTube ads. But going into the season that we're going into, we're probably going to get up to about 200 to $250,000 a month just on visibility. Because I'll give you an example. We're running webinars again. And I personally don't want to be beating up my Instagram how I'm doing it. Just like super comment this. Like I'm going crazy hard right now. The reason why I'm going so hard right now is because my ads aren't dialed in where they need to be yet. It's like ad accounts get shut down. This happened. So because of that reason, I go back to my ninja ways. It's like I go ninja. So my last workshop, let's say I got 5,000 registrants, right? 500 of them were from ads. That workshop ended up resulting in making $135,000. This is just a workshop, right? And it cost me $12,000 with advertising. Everything else was my ninja hacks that got the people there, from the keywords to my email list to sending out texts, right? So that's what we were able to do just recently. I know you said this airs soon, but we were able to do that. But that's what minimum marketing. So now when I start spending $250,000 to $300,000 a month, I'm not really worrying about that cost because it comes back. But my biggest thing is acquiring a customer and keeping them happy so they can rock out with me in a year or 2 years and 3 years, right? Another thing, I want to say this before we talk about the next number, y'all. Listen to me, y'all. I start my most money I made. I start making $10,000 a month, $11,000 a month, $12,000 a month, right? I'm telling you, I felt rich. I'm telling you, like I was at a space in my life where everything was amazing. And I stopped doing all the things that got me there at that time. I'm talking about 10, 11, and then it went 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And I'm like, I basically had to start over again. I don't know how many years ago. That might have been like 5, 6 years ago. And from that time on, I say, yo, this will never happen to me again. Like, God, I'm happy it happened to me at that level. Do not take my foot off the gas. So a lot of you are going to hit your 10,000 a month and you're going to feel how I felt. And you're not going to give it your all, because sometimes some people call this a $250,000 curse. Once you get there, you just take your foot off the gas. You're like, man, I got really everything that I need. Act like you're not making no money, y'all. I do something called no scoreboard watching, where I'm just putting up shots every single day. I'm not focused on anything like that. I'm putting up shots, y'all. So that's a focus. And I honestly don't know what the most I made in a day. That's a good question. I would say a little over $1 million in one day. I don't know the most though. It's around those numbers. I was able to do it a couple times, thank God, but I would say something like that. Leveraging digital marketing and being able to speak and communicate, man. I learned, and I'm talking about this from being a horrible speaker. It's just focusing on it and getting good at something can allow you to produce the things you want.
For all the naysayers, you know what I'm saying? Just one time for the naysayers, just so
one time
so they can see how it works.
I honestly don't even I don't talk about anything I don't really talk about finances or anything like that, because I realize that most people, like, they can't even believe, like, it's when you say you making 10,000 a month, sometimes a person will frown at you, because we've been in an area of, we've been around people who are non-believers all our life. So when you say you're doing that type of number, like, I realize the posts that do better for me isn't when I talk about someone like a Carter who I help make millions of dollars leveraging online. I'd rather go ahead and talk about somebody who I help make their first 3,000 in a month, their first 10,000, because it's more relatable. The million seems unreachable. $1 million in a year is crazy. $1 million in a day is like, yeah, right, you lying. It's cap. It's all type
Yeah.
of cap on it. So I don't even really go into that. I just talk about more things that are believable so our people can start elevating. But the more you learn, at some point you get to remove the L. People are generating crazy amount of money online. Look at the content creator. I don't know his name, but some dude on TikTok, African brother. Like, I think he's going crazy on TikTok. I don't know his name, but
the silent dude?
yeah, the silent dude.
What's
I
his
think
name,
somebody
Moose?
said
I messed it up last
I ain't
time.
even gonna try. I ain't even gonna try. But I know exactly who we're talking about.
Yeah, but I think they said he get anywhere from 150,000, maybe $250,000. Now, maybe understating that for a post on TikTok. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's just putting out content, right? But that would sound unbelievable until you see it. So I just tell people, man, my guy Aston said it last night. Exposure equals expansion. I'm like, wow, I really see that now. So that's just powerful. You got to start exposing yourself to people who get it and doing it and believe. I didn't know you could make $50,000 from a speaking engagement until I saw ET do it. I said, oh, okay, this was happening over here. It's possible.